I'm taking you across from the East Coast. Aoife had mentioned that she's based in Dublin with her adult centre, but she also has a junior centre that is north of where we are. And travelling down the Wild Atlantic Way, you come to Galway, and we're in the centre on the west coast of Ireland. My school is Galway Language Centre, and you can see in the picture the school here. We're located in Galway in the city centre. The school was established in 1987. I joined the school myself in 1993 as a TEFL trainee, and I did my teacher training course as a student at the school. And then I returned to the school in 2004 as a teacher and director of studies, and then became school director and owner in 2008. So within my school, I've been a student and I've been a teacher and I've worked in administration. So I understand the school from all aspects. And that I find is very useful when working with students, because it allows me the opportunity to understand their needs and support them in any way I can, and likewise with my staff. We're located here in the city centre, so just over the bridge in the picture of Galway. And Galway is very famous cultural town, cultural centre of the west coast of Ireland. There are lots of cultural activities that happen here, and a lot of people come on holidays to Galway. Students like to come to Galway because it's a smaller city, it's a safe place to study, and it's located, as we mentioned, on the Wild Atlantic Way, which is one of the most beautiful places in Ireland to visit. We work as a year-round language and training centre at the Bridge Mills, and our school has a number of national and international accreditations, which are brands of quality. Organisations such as Equals, QQI is Quality and Qualifications Ireland. We're also working with Quality English, and we are accredited by ACELS. And we're also members, as David mentioned earlier, of MEI Marketing English in Ireland and ALTO. For those different organisations are here on the presentation, and you can click on those later. And all the information and details about our school are contained on our website, golanguage.com, and you can click on the link there at the bottom to find out more. One of the unique features of our school, and something that our students like, is the building itself, the Bridge Mills, as you can see it here. It's a converted mill built in the 18th century. And the River Corrib, which flows alongside the building, actually also diverts and flows under the building. And there's a mill wheel in the basement of the building. And that stonework that you see outside is also reflected inside the classroom. So it has a very typical Irish look, and something that students often like when they come to visit Ireland and study with us. More pictures of the building and inside the building are on our website, golanguage.com. Within the building then, the courses that we run, so we focus on 5 main areas. Our adult language programs are for students who are 16 years or older, and we teach full and part-time courses, which can be standard or intensive, students studying mornings and afternoons. We also run a large number of examination classes, and examinations are an important component of the things that we offer here at the school. We also organise one-to-one lessons for students. Students can either have students who come to study law or medicine or some other area of focus for their professional development, or maybe it's associated with some of their study. And again, ESP students may study with us just for the purposes of ESP. They may also come and combine that with a general English course. We also do work experience, and often through Erasmus, we organise work experience in the local environment. Students would study with us for perhaps a week or two and then go on to do work experience. Students looking to do work experience must be 18 years or older, and the areas in Galway that are suitable for work experience that we work in are the pharmaceutical industry, because we have a large number of companies on the east side of Galway that work in pharmaceuticals. And we also have a lot of companies in Galway, as we mentioned before, based in tourism and culture. So students who are interested in working in cultural events, cultural experiences, or tourism experiences can come to us for their work experience. So those would be the 3 key areas that we focus on students. Typically, if a student wants to come and study with us, you, the agent, would send us the student CV, identify the area that the student would like work experience in, and then we can match them up to a suitable employer before their arrival. We also deal with closed group junior groups throughout the year, very popular in March, April and May, September, October, November, where students would come for a short program and we would organise everything for them, the language training, the cultural events, accommodation, transfers, and whatever it is they need. An important part of what we do is also teacher training. We work with Erasmus groups. There's a picture here with our trainer, Julie, working with an Erasmus group. This is from 2 years ago, who came and did language and cultural studies with us through Erasmus. And very often in summertime, we get a number of teachers who come and study with us on Erasmus programs. We've also linked in over the last number of years with Nile training in Norwich, and we are a partner courses. And so we co-run courses with Nile UK at our school in Galway in July and August each year. And we normally have groups which we co-teach in face-to-face classes during those periods. We're also Ireland's first provider of the QQI TESOL qualification. This is a certificate program for teachers like the CELTA program, but it is accredited by Quality and Qualifications Ireland and is on the national framework in Ireland as a level 7 qualification. And we're the first centre to do this. We've been doing teacher training like this for many years, but this is a new qualification that's on offer that we're very happy to be providing now. And we also provide Delta training for teachers who are looking to develop their skills further, including our own teachers who've worked with us for a number of years, who may go on to do Delta training. And the last program then that we work on are other languages, and we teach these other languages often on a part-time basis, and they're usually aimed at people who are living in our local environment and who want to improve their foreign language skills for their work purposes or for travel. And students who are studying these languages often like to set up one-to-one discussion classes and language exchange with students who are in our schools. So you might have an Italian student who's studying in the morning who might set up a one-to-one discussion with an evening Irish student who is learning Italian, and it gives both sides the opportunity to further practice their language at no extra cost. As I mentioned, being an examination centre for a number of different exams is very important to us, and we've always tried to maintain standards, get students to take exit exams in order to give good focus to their language training. We provide a lot of exams with Cambridge on the upper main suite exams, FCE, CAE and CPE, but we also offer lower main suite PET and also the teacher knowledge tests, TKT, which fit in often with our Erasmus training programs in summertime where teachers want to take a Cambridge exam before they return home. We are also the only Cambridge admissions testing centre on the west coast of Ireland, and Cambridge admissions testing allows us to provide tests for students who are looking to gain admission to primarily Cambridge and Oxford University, and they take specific tests which we administer in a whole range of subjects. There are 25 different tests available covering history, geography, mathematics and so on, and we administer those tests for Cambridge on the west coast. We're also a Thai examination centre. This is an Irish exam, the test of interactive English. We are a Trinity examination centre, and this often fits with our closed group juniors who might come and study for a week or two and then take a Trinity test before they return home. And we've also just recently become a language cert testing centre, and we're looking to introduce language cert testing probably through the online platform into 2021, 2022 for students who are interested. And we also work as a preparation centre for IELTS examinations. When students study with us or plan their study with us, we provide all the services that they need. The services of language training, which we already discussed, and the various programs that we offer, but we also provide accommodation for our students. We work with our own host families that we interview, that we have agreements and assessments with, and we reassess those families each year. We've got about 120 families on our books at the moment, and so we have a good opportunity to match students with their specific accommodation requirements, whether it's a business student, a young student, a student who might be traveling with their partner and so on. And we also offer residential accommodation and any choice of bed and breakfast, hotel or hostel accommodation as is requested or required by the student. We help with airport transfers. Most of our students would fly into Dublin, where there are very good transport links from Dublin to Galway via train or bus. But there is also Shannon Airport, which is about 1 hour south of Galway, and Knock Airport about 1 hour north of Galway, that students can also fly into and transfer from. But again, best connectivity to Galway is often provided through flying directly to Dublin, which is suitable because many flights coming to Ireland land in Dublin anyway. We also offer a full social program for our students, including paid and free activities, and these are events that happen each week and throughout the year. And we try to link in with the cultural events that Ireland is very famous for. and Galway in particular is very famous for. On our website, you will see any number of different festivals and activities that happen throughout the year. Some of the highlights I've listed here with links to them. There's a literature festival court in April, an arts festival which is very famous in July, an oyster festival in September, and we have a winter festival that runs in November and December. So there's always something for students to do, irrespective of the time of year that they come and visit Galway, which gives them an opportunity to engage in Irish culture and learn about Irish lifestyle aside from what they're learning and studying in the classroom. And then we also provide all the other additional services that a student might require. Our office is open at all times, and students can drop in if they need help with banking, booking for local tourism, traveling to a trip across Galway, taking a trip along the Wild Atlantic Way, traveling down to Cork perhaps to catch up with Mark, or traveling up to Sligo to catch up with Aoife in the summertime. All of those things we can help students organise. Basically, they just drop by our office and we can help them with that. In terms of the markets that we work in across the year as a year-round language provider and training provider, 50% of our market is European-based, students coming from across Europe, including France, Germany, Switzerland, Poland, Czech Republic. We get more Erasmus teachers studying with us in summertime from Eastern Europe, from the Czech Republic, from Slovakia, and so on, and including Poland. South America is also a key market, has also been a key market for us. Asia, our Asian market includes Japan and Korea, and our Middle Eastern market, Saudi Arabia forms a large part of our Middle Eastern market, where we get a number of students who study with us, sometimes for a period of 12 weeks before they go on to study at university, often back in Saudi Arabia. So we have an excellent cultural mix within our school, where we usually would have about 12 different nationalities studying with us across our different language programs. So there's a good opportunity for your students to interact with other students who don't speak their language, and so therefore are forced to communicate through English inside the classroom, on social activities, in their host family, and outside of our school. Key staff then within our school, myself as school director is often a first contact point for you as agents. I would normally exchange emails with you, or we would start discussions with you. I'll be the one who follows up after this presentation and send you some details about our school. So feel free to write to me and ask me any questions. My email address is on the link here. Axel is our office manager and accommodation officer, so he will be your first point of contact when you're making a booking. Bookings normally start with an inquiry just from you, where you have a potential student or groups of students who want to come, and then Axel will work out with you what the student requires, all the additional services that are needed, and then he will be the person who greets the student on day one when they arrive here. Evan is our academic manager. He takes care of the academic needs of students, and you can contact him at his email address. And Shane is our student support officer, who provides pastoral care for our students, meets students on day one, tests students on arrival, deals with student induction and all student problems and issues while the student studies with us. And he's available in the office at all times for students to drop in and say hello. So we have a full support team for students pre-arrival, on arrival, and during their stay with us. You can find all of our courses, details, pictures of our school, information about our school on our website. We also can be contacted by Skype, and if you click on any of these links, it'll take you to our Facebook page, our Twitter handle. You can also find some videos about our school on YouTube, which will give you some information about the school and see some students in action. And finally then, if you want to find out more about the Wild Atlantic Way, click on this link and it'll take you to some Go to Ireland information on the Wild Atlantic Way. So travelling down the Wild Atlantic Way, then I want to thank you for your stop in Galway, and I'm going to pass you on to Mark, who is south of Galway in Cork at the bottom of the Wild Atlantic Way, and he's going to take you through his school next. Thank you so much.